David Jones Garcia's run with the San Antonio Spurs will continue. On Tuesday evening, Shams Charania of ESPN reported that the Spurs and Jones Garcia have agreed to a two-way contract. So Jones Garcia will soon be signing that contract. Just to quickly recap why Jones Garcia ended up earning a spot with the Spurs. So he had a stellar summer league run with both the California Classic and Las Vegas runs, where he averaged 22 points for the Spurs, 5.9 rebounds, 3.4 assists, 1.2 steals, 3.8 turnovers in 25 minutes per game, with very efficient shooting, 52% from the floor, 51% from three, and 88% from the foul line between both Vegas and California. On Tuesday afternoon, Jones played so well in the Las Vegas run that he was actually named to the All-Summer League first team. And so I've talked multiple times here on the Spotted Pod about Jones Garcia, three-level scoring ability, can draw fouls, can set up teammates, had some moments on defense as well, good rebounder for his position. Again, listen to some of the older episodes that I've recorded here if you want to get more in-depth observations on Jones Garcia. So I'm going to quickly go through the Spurs' roster now that Jones Garcia will be on a two-way contract. So the Spurs still have 13 players on guaranteed contracts. They're going to have one player on a two-way, which is Jones Garcia. This means that they have two open standard roster spots left this offseason. They need to at least sign one more player to a standard roster spot before opening night in October. And then with those two open two-ways, they do have qualifying offers for both Riley Minix and Harrison Ingram to both return on qualifying offers. So now, real quick, an early role projection, I would say, for Jones Garcia. So I think we do know that he's joining a team where there's a lot of, ball handling guards already out there, like De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, and Dylan Harper. And those players are going to be in the rotation. So again, those players are going to get their minutes with the Spurs. So if Jones Garcia wants to try to crack the rotation, he really has to compete with some of the wing players on the bench, such as Julian Champagnie, Keldon Johnson, and maybe Carter Bryant. So again, those are the players in training camp at the preseason that Jones Garcia will have to battle with to try to earn some sort of way to get into the rotation. Is playing and competing with those other wing players out there off the bench for the Spurs. If he doesn't get into the 10-man rotation, then I do expect him to end up in Austin with the Austin Spurs during the G League season, whenever that starts. I think in early November that begins. And one thing to note is that, let's just say he has a really good preseason in training camp and he ends up cracking the rotation. Well, then the Spurs have to watch how many games he plays in, because as a two-way contract player, he can only play in up to 50 games on the Spurs' active roster. After that, they have to convert his contract to a standard contract, or they would have to waive him. So again, this is the news I wanted to report on real quick, that David Jones Garcia will be joining the Spurs on a two-way contract.